neither kings nor queens nor royal marines, but 28th old France.
Right then, well, back out again, but this time I've got a completely brand new setup. Moved away from the 9B9 with all the tarps, mainly because it takes such a long time to put up and take down. Nothing, you know, never got wet, never had any issues with it as such, but you know, time to move on. So like I said, got a completely new setup. I'll just sort of stop there a second and zoom in. So yeah, got a couple of days away and seeing how it is. Learnt a lesson last night. Don't turn up while it's dark and expect to be able to set everything up, but done a fairly good job, and what I'll do is I'll bring you back in a minute and show you around the first setup. It's an Oztent RV5 and a Campmore awning with side panels. So yeah, had a lot of rain last night, and I'm glad to say I didn't get wet, or we didn't get wet. 3 days away with the missus. I'm lucky in the fact that she likes to come away. But what we did yesterday, just show you the river there, where they've had to build up the bank. See where they've had to build up the bank now. The strength of the brook is really taking it away, and that's just the brook. The river's on the other side. But yeah, Mrs. was working probably about, I don't know, 30 miles, 40 miles away from our house. So I went and picked her up, threw a load of stuff in the back of the van. All the stuff that I wanted, all the new kit. And we've set it up. And we're down here for a few days. Sun's coming out now, starting to warm up. Hopefully we'll be lucky with the weather. But you've probably heard enough of me waffling on. So I'll bring you back when there's something really to say. Cheers then, guys. Right then. So we're back down at the tent, as you can see. Those people who don't know it. I'll do a separate video on this at some point. This is the Oztent RV5. That's, if I'm honest, all the whistles and bells. It's got the ground sheet, or the protector sheet. It's got the fly that you can see on there, which although I have had it in the rain, it doesn't leak what it shouldn't do at the price they are. So that's good. It's got the side panels. Just put this up, as I mentioned earlier, last night, and it was getting dark, so it was a case of getting it up. This is the Carrymore awning. Just sort of allows a nice, it'll just take you in there. Anybody who knows me, kettle's always on, so I'll just turn that off. I'm doing this. I've had the fire going, the old Mark, whatever it is, 17 stove. I've been through so many changes. Works well, still couples to go though, it's a bit too high at the moment. Got the twin burners on it, which worked well last night. Just letting it go out because I'm going to try a different configuration. Cooked breakfast on it this morning, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it just allows us to have like a storage area, bit of an outdoor sort of kitchen, camp cooking area, if you like. But the tent itself, I've actually got LED lights set up in here, and that was set up from last night, all in a bit of a hurry. So that's going to get tidied up. And that works off a laser battery down there, and it's actually remote control. Then going into the tent itself, nice big fly screen here, which we left open last night. and inside we've got that bag's got all my electrical stuff in. Fishing bag, reuse that. Power pack for the 2 hanging lights. As you can see, it's all a bit all over the place, just because we turned up late last night. Food and that sort of stuff. Bit of clothes, and then on this side we've got a door, and again on that side, and then we've got sleeping area. So easily enough room for 2 people on camp cots, on fishing, cart beds. If you really wanted to, you could get somebody down the middle, but it is what it is. And really that's about it. So that's the new setup. Let me know what you think. Still got some playing around to do. Fridge, which is under there, is running off that battery. Now I've given that a bit of a test, and off that battery it was still running after 2 days. I've got the solar panels to recharge the battery in the van, and being as the sun's out I should have that out now, but there's my water containers. Somebody did ask me about water containers. I tend to use those, the Civi type ones, purely because they're fairly cheap. They hold 10 litres each, and it allows you to carry them around easier, rather than I know the army ones are bomb proof, but they weigh a bloody ton. So just show you in there, not a lot to see other than the fire going out, but that burnt really well. The draw on there was fantastic, and I'm going to make the most of the sun. As you can see, my shadow. But just a quick word. I mean, I went over to this because the 9x9 tent itself, for one person to put up, is a pain in the ass, if I'm honest, and it's hard work, and to take down and get dry is unbelievable. If you've got the space and all that, and the bodies, that's fine, but yeah, sat there and had a thought about what we're doing and how to set it up and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a play around with configurations and stuff like that now. Just want to point out at this point that everything you see I've purchased myself. Just letting you know what I think of the kit. Bought it after quite a lot of research, if I'm honest, what people think about it and stuff like that. So it is what it is, and it's going to have to do me now. So there's no silver spoon, nobody giving me backhanders and stuff like that. But I'll put the videos up there for you to make up your own mind and make an informed decision should you want to buy stuff like this. There's the outdoor, the door on the outside of the tent that I showed you on the inside. And the other side of the... But yeah, I'll spend the next couple of hours making it into somewhere to live rather than somewhere to exist at the moment, because obviously putting it up for only the second time at night wasn't probably advisable. But all the food and stuff like that was stuff that you'll see in this video we're going to cook. Is all stuff that we had in the house ready to go. So what's the point? If you got a chance, a few days off, you might as well spend it enjoying yourself as much as you can. The sheep certainly enjoyed us last night. Goose over there, sorry about the wobble. And the lambs running around the field. Lambs are quite inquisitive, sheep stay away. But as you can see, we're the only ones here at the moment. Which, because I'm the anti-social bastard that I am, excuse my French, I love. Anyway, cheers. Right then, had a change of plan. What we had, the issue was with the camp moor all in, the rain was running down off the top of the roof, and straight into what was the food prep area, etc. So we've moved it, still got access through that door if we need it, but if it rains and at night we can shut that porch down quite easily, all zips up. But we put the awning on the side here and put a bit of a windbreak up for the fire. Everything's inside. Light the fire in a minute, only just done it. But nothing much has changed, a bit untidy in here where we've been faffing around, but it is what it is. And I think it's it's about time to get some scoff on. But as the day progresses, I'll bring you back. Cheers then. Well, what is it they say? You can't have everything your own way. We've just got hailstones now. Bring you back in a second. Right then, time for tea. And here's me peeler. What a lovely colour that is. So we're going to do a stew for tea. So we've just had, we've heard a bit of thunder. Sky's black, so we're going to have something nice and warm, but the sun's out at the moment. As you can see, my new stove's working well. So I'm going to get up now and show you what the draw's like on the... Well, I'll be straight into the sun, so you don't want to do that. Here you go. Just put this up as a bit of a windbreak. Anyway, putting off cooking tea. So, I'll bring you back in a bit. There you go. There are the carrots. Nice and easy. You will notice those aren't my hands. That's because I was called away to do manly stuff. And if I think of what that manly stuff is, I'll let you know.
I just didn't want to use the pink grater.
And I didn't want to use the pink grater. Yeah, anyway, so there's that. And yeah, so I'm off to, what am I off to do? I'm off to chop the potatoes down, cut the potatoes up. Bring you back in a bit. Here you go. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch me chop all this lot. Bring you back in a bit. Just to prove that I am doing some myself. Yeah. Bet you wish I had nice skills like me, Matt, don't you? I'll show you how to do it one day if you're good. Obviously need to know. Anyway, so that's how I chop up carrots. I'll bring you back in a bit. Right then, using whatever we had in the house. And it's all going in. Told I'm not allowed to have any seeds in there, so just get all that out. So, yeah, so all that's going in, and I'll do the rest and I'll bring you back in a bit. Right, so pot goes on. And keep the handle up. I can handle it whenever I need to. Little bit of oil. Again, it's sort of whatever we had in the house. So there's that in there, and you didn't see any of that, but there we go. There's the pot. So I've just put a bit of oil in there. letting that get nice and hot. And I'll go and get the meat. Right then. In goes the meat. No particular order. I'm going to sear that off. And I'm going to stop potting with that. And then, there we go. Nice load of meat. And something to, I'll have to have a look around, put some fluids in there. But anyway, as that's coming up to temperature, I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, so the meat's just starting to sear off. Look, you can see some red, some pink, and some nice brown. Just searing that off. And then we'll put some liquid in. Right then, need some sort of fluid to go in there, and anybody who knows me, that's either water or a cup of tea. Well, I ain't wasting tea on it, so it's some Kingston Press, nice. So there we go. And then that will be left in there. That can warm up, start bubbling away and start cooking, and then I'll put the veg in a bit. Not that you can't be that interested, but there's the veg all gone in. So leave that and see how that comes out. Cheers. Right then, what we have to do now is mix some mushrooms in, picking it up a bit. And then that will be in my stomach. Cheers. Right then, let's have a look what we've got. Oh, there we go. Well, it smells nice. Oh, wasted a bit. Wasted a bit more. So let's see what it looks like in the dish. Plastic spoon, not ideal in a cast iron. That's on the list to be changed. Right, so there we go. That's tea tonight. Some beef, well, beef stew really. I'll let you know what it's like. Obviously I'll tell you it's nice, whether it's not or not. It is or not. There we go. Lovely. Bon appetit. Well, there you go. All went. Unfortunately got the washing up to do, but being as it's cast iron, that's doing itself. Just got to do those. And actually, oh, what I think of it, wife couldn't quite manage that little bit. Just thought I'd show you this, the hubby solar hub. Even though it's quite overcast outside, I'll take it out in a second and show you where the solar panel is, but it's still collecting a charge. And that was down to 3/4, so I just flick it on and there you go, that's fully charged. One thing to note with these, they don't like being charged through a windscreen or glass of any type. I'll just take you outside and show you the solar panel. Right, so all I do is find a little hole in the tent and there's a solar panel up there, look, just rested on it. Make sure it's nice and clean, and even though, as you can see, it's quite overcast, it's still taking a charge. And it's been on for, I suppose, about 4 hours. So yeah, I've got to say, happy with the Oz tent. Had a good downpour last night, and we had a massive storm at lunchtime. Massive big hailstones. No issues there. Only thing issue will see, look at the amount of guide ropes there are. Guide ropes, guidelines. I'm a bit concerned about losing the pegs, so I bought some heat shrink, and I'm going to colour those. But yeah, everything seems to be fitting together well. I put a tarp over the top. 2 reasons. One, it'll help where I want to dry the tent out if it rains tonight and tomorrow, possibly going home tomorrow. And then also it covers that gap. When it was hailstoning earlier, I sat there for a few minutes thinking, what the hell's going on? But yeah, nice evening. Landowner just came down and said, I want to take some, this tree has come down some time ago, and she said if I want to take some of the smaller stuff, I could use it to burn. That's good of her. Not sure whether I'm going to bother today. But yeah, I'll one thing that's been quite amusing and worth a look, the lambs over there on the bank. They run at the bank, jump on the top, fall back down, jump on the top, fall back down, and then one of them finds a route across here and up, which is a lot easier. And there you go, right on cue. A couple thinking, shall I come down, and one thinking, I want to come up. Right then, I'll bring you back when there's someone else to see.
Well, you burnt tea off.
Right then, so just to give you an idea of what the lights are like, it's not really light yet, but it's not really dark yet, but there we go. There's the lights, more than enough light for in here. I'll just turn those off. Gives you a good idea actually. And then I'll turn the light off and on. So it gives you a good idea of how much light you get from them. Right then, and on this I've got a light up there, and then 2 lights over the work area. And I know it's a bit flash, but it's only working off that 12-volt battery down there. Nice and bright, gives more than enough light out here to work, and it all works off a remote control, and they're ring lights. So yeah, that all works well. And we're just sort of settling in for, just had the food, settling in for something to eat now. Settling in for something to eat, we've just had the stew I meant for the evening, and I think we're going to be roasting marshmallows. So I'm looking forward to that. I've done that in yours. Honest. Cheers then. Just when I got a bit of room, or yeah, a bit of time left, and there's not too much light. There's a bit of light left. Anybody who's thinking of getting a fridge when they're outside, I can recommend these ones. What else have I zoomed out? They are, well, power wise, that's been running 24 hours now off that old car battery that I charged up before I left. Now I know the batteries weigh a ton, but yeah, 12 volt socket and it's still running, and it's doing well. So anybody wants to know the make, it means I've got to get up, but you know, I'm that sort of guy. So well, it's a, can you see that? No. Let me just put the light on for you. So nice like that. No, you still can't see it. It's a Mobicool. I'll put the link down below anyway. Cheers. Well, I don't care how old you are. There's nothing quite like roasted marshmallows.
Toasting.
Or a toasted marshmallow. Even if it does burn your hand. Right then guys, that's probably going to be the end of this video. Quite possibly. Bye. As I believe Mr. Willy Wonka once said, scrumdiddlyumptious. I've done this for years and I don't really know why. But we're almost out of the first packet. Cheers. Right, so there's the lighting setup in the dark. As you can see, gives you more than enough light to see everything. There we go.